The Cubs had a 3-game series against the Cleveland Guardians. We're going to go over all 3 of those games. We're going to look at what went right and what went wrong. All of that is happening on this episode of Cubs 360. What's up, Cubs fans? This is Jack from Cubs 360. Thank you very much for tuning in to episode 26 of the Cubs 360 podcast. If you're interested in this content, feel free to like and subscribe, and also follow us on Twitter at Cubs360X. So this is my series recap to the Cleveland Guardians series that happened at the beginning of the month of July. We are now in August, so we're going to look over all of the series recaps in July. Nonetheless, let's get right to it. So in the first game of the series, Matt Boyd is pitching for the Cubs, going against his former team, the Cleveland Guardians, that we signed from in free agency last winter. So to start the inning, Kwan will hit a base hit to right, Fry will pop out to second, Ramirez struck out swinging, Santana hit a base hit to left, and then Thomas struck out swinging. In the bottom of the first now, Williams pitching for the Guardians, Happ flies out to left, Tucker will line out to first, and Suzuki struck out swinging. In the top of the second now, Jones struck out looking, Martinez hits a base hit to center, Naylor fouls out to third, and Rocchio will ground into a fielder's choice to short. Martinez is out at second. In the bottom of the second now, PCA will hit a base hit to left, Swanson will hit a base hit to right, so there's 2 runners on. In the corners as PCA will go to third. Mike Bush will hit a base hit to left, which will score PCA. Swanson will go to second. It is 1-0 Chicago. And then Kelly will hit a double to left, which will score Bush and Swanson. And then Kelly saved at third on a throwing error by Martinez. And then Kelly's out at home on a runner's fielder's choice as Horner will get walked. He gets picked off first. Shaw will get walked, and then he gets picked off first, so not so great base running there from the Cubs. But then Gavin Williams was pitching to Ian Happ in the midst of it. In the top of the third now, Kwan will ground out to second. Fry will line out to center. Ramirez flies out to left. In the bottom of the third now, Happ will ground out to first, Tucker grounds out to first, and Suzuki lines out to right. In the top of the fourth now, Santana will hit a double to left, Thomas will get walked, Jones will hit a base hit to center, which will score Santana, Thomas will go to third, it is 3-1. And then Martinez will hit a sac fly to right, which will score Thomas. Jones gets picked off first, and Naylor will ground out to third, it is 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. PCA will ground out to second, Swanson will ground out to short, Bush will get walked, Kelly will hit a double to second, and Bush will go to third, so you have 2 runners in scoring position, but then Nico Horner struck out swinging. In the top of the fifth now, Rocchio struck out swinging, Kwan will ground out to third, and Fry will fly out to short. In the bottom of the fifth now, Shaw will fly out to center, Happ will line out to center, and Tucker flies out to center. In the top of the sixth now, Ramirez grounds out to third, Santana will fly out to right, and Thomas struck out swinging. In the bottom of the sixth now, Suzuki will hit a home run to left center field to make it 4-2 Cubs. PCA will fly out to right, Swanson lines out to first, Bush will hit a base hit to center, Kelly will get walked, and then Festa will pitch for the Guardians, and Nico Horner flies out to center. That is the end of the inning as we head to the top of the seventh. Jones will fly out to center, Martinez lines out to center, and Naylor will ground out to second. As we head to the bottom of the seventh now, Sabrowski will be pitching for the Guardians. Matt Shaw will get walked, and he got caught stealing second. Happ struck out swinging. Tucker will hit a base hit to center. Suzuki flies out to short. In the top of the eighth now, Keller pitching for the Cubs. And Sheenman will pinch hit for Rocchio. He struck out looking. Kwan will get walked. Manzardo will pinch hit for Fry, and he lines out to second. Ramirez will fly out to center. In the bottom of the eighth now, Sabrowski still pitching for the Guardians. Manzardo is the DH, and Shenman will go to short. PCA will reach on an infield single to short. Junis will pitch for the Guardians now. Swanson will ground it into a fielder's choice to short. PCA is out at second. Mike Bush will hit a base hit to left. Swanson will go to third. And then Kelly will hit a sac fly to right, which will score Swanson, make it 5-2 Cubs. And then Nico Horner will ground it into a fielder's choice to short. Bush will be out at second. In the top of the ninth now, Palencia pitching for the Cubs. He's going for the save here. Santana will fly out to right. Thomas struck out swinging, as well as Jones, and that is the end of the game. Game 1 of this series goes to the Chicago Cubs by a final score of 5-2. The win goes to Matt Boyd, 8-3 on the year. 7 innings pitched. He gave up 2 earned runs and 5 hits, 5 strikeouts. The loss goes to Williams, who's 5-4 on the year. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 7 hits against, and only 2 strikeouts. Palencia, as I just mentioned, his 9th save of the year with 2 strikeouts. So my 3 stars for the first game, my third star went to Seiya Suzuki, who went 1 for 4 with a home run and an RBI. Michael Bush was my second star, who went 3 for 3 with an RBI. Carson Kelly, 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. So with that, those are the 3 stars. 5-2 is the final score for the Cubs in Game 1, and we will now head to Game number 2. So in game number 2, Shota Imanaga pitching for the Cubs. Quan will fly out to right, Fry struck out looking, and Ramirez will fly out to center. Bibi pitching for the Guardians in this game. Happ will ground out to second. Tucker will fly out to center. Suzuki will get walked, and he goes to second on a wild pitch, and PCA struck out swinging. In the top of the second now, Santana will hit a home run to left field to make it 1-0 Guardians, and then Thomas will hit a home run to left field to make it back-to-back for the Guardians. It is 2-0 Cleveland. Jones got hit by the pitch. Martinez struck out swinging. Hedges will fly out to center, and Rocchio will ground it into a fielder's choice to short. Jones is out at second. In the bottom of the second, Swanson struck out swinging. Bush will ground out to first. Kelly will get walked. Nico Horner got hit by the pitch, and then Shaw will fly out to center. In the top of the third now, Quan will line out to left. Fry will hit a home run to left field to make it 3-0 Cleveland. Ramirez will ground out to Imanaga, and Santana will fly out to right. In the bottom of the third now, Happ will get walked. Kyle Tucker will hit a base hit to right. Suzuki will hit a double to left, which will score Happ, and Tucker will go to third. It is 3-1 in favor of Cleveland now. Then PCA will reach on an infield single to short, which will score Tucker. Suzuki will go to third. It is now 3-2, a one-run game. Swanson will strike out swinging. Mike Bush struck out swinging as well as PCA steals second. And then Carson Kelly struck out swinging to end the inning as we head to the top of the fourth now. Thomas struck out swinging. Jones flies out to left, and Martinez grounds out to third. In the bottom of the fourth now, Horner will fly out to second. Shaw reaches on an infield single to second. Happ will get walked, which will send Shaw to second. Tucker will ground it into a fielder's choice to first. Happ is out at second. Shaw will go to third. And then Tucker stole second. But then Suzuki will hit a base hit to center, which will score Shaw and Tucker. The Cubs take the lead 4-3. And then PCA will hit a triple to right, which will score Suzuki. PCA got out stretching at home, but it is 5-3 Cubs. In the top of the fifth now, Hedges will fly out to right. Rocchio struck out looking. Quan flies out to center. In the bottom of the fifth now, Allard pitching for the Guardians now. Swanson will hit a base hit to center. Bush struck out looking. Kelly will get walked. Nico Horner struck out swinging. Shaw will fly out to second. In the top of the sixth now, Imanaga still pitching. Fry will hit a base hit to left, and Ramirez will pop out to second. And then Ryan Presley will go in the game for the Cubs. Santana will fly out to center. Thomas will get walked, and Jones will fly out to left. In the bottom of the sixth now, Happ will ground out to third. Tucker will fly out to left, as well as Suzuki. In the top of the seventh now, Thielbar pitching for the Cubs. Martinez grounds out to third. Hedges will ground out to third. Rocchio will hit a base hit to left, and Quan grounds out to short. In the bottom of the seventh now, PCA will ground out to short. Swanson will hit a base hit to center. Mike Bush will hit a base hit to right. Kelly will fly out to right, and Nico Horner flies out to center. In the top of the eighth now, Keller pitching for the Cubs. Manzardo will pinch it for Fry, and he hits a base hit to right. Ramirez will ground it into a fielder's choice to second. Manzardo is out at second. Santana will reach on an infield single to short, and Ramirez will go to second. And then Thomas will ground it to third, and Santana will go to second, and Ramirez will go to third there. And then Jones will line out to second as we head to the bottom of the eighth now. Heron pitching for the Guardians. Manzardo is the DH. Shaw will ground out to first. Happ will fly out to right. Tucker will get walked. He goes to second on a wild pitch. Suzuki got intentionally walked. PCA will get walked so the bases are loaded. And then Gaddis will be pitching for the Guardians, and Swanson will fly out to left. In the top of the ninth now, Palencia on the bump once again for the Cubs, going for the save. Martinez is safe at first on a fielding error by Matt Shaw. Sheenman will pinch it for Hedges, and he fouls out to third. Naylor will pinch it for Rocchio, and he gets walked, so there's two runners on. Naylor will go to second, and Martinez will go to third on a wild pitch by Palencia. And then Quan will hit a sac fly to left, which will score Martinez, and we get a one-run game, 5-4. But then Manzardo will fly out to center to end the game. The Cubs win the second game by a final score of 5-4. The win goes to Shota Imanaga, who's 5-2 on the year. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 4 hits against, 4 strikeouts. Bibi with the loss 4-9 on the year. Only 4 innings pitched, gave up 5 earned runs, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts. Palencia with his 10th save of the year. And again, just a dominant performance from him in the top of the ninth, getting the save once again now at 10 of the year. My 3 stars for the second game, Shota Imanaga is my third. I just read the stats to you. PCA, who went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Seiya Suzuki, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. So those are my 3 stars there. The Cubs win the series with the second game winning 5-4, and they can go for the sweep in game number 3. So in the third game of the series, Cade Horton pitching for the Cubs here. Quan will get walked, and he got caught stealing second. Manzardo will ground out to second. Ramirez flies out to left. Cantillo pitching for the Cleveland Guardians here as Happ will ground out to short. Tucker flies out to center. Suzuki will hit a base hit to right. PCA will ground out to first. In the top of the second now, Santana will ground out to short. Thomas struck out swinging. Jones will get walked, and Sheenman will strike out swinging. In the bottom of the second now, Swanson struck out swinging. Nico Horner grounds out to second, and Bush struck out swinging. In the top of the third now, Naylor will fly out to center. Rocchio will ground out to second. Quan will hit a base hit to left, and Manzardo will line out to left. In the bottom of the third now, Shaw will fly out to center. McGuire struck out swinging. Happ will get walked, as well as Tucker, but then Suzuki struck out swinging. In the top of the fourth now, Ramirez will line out to third. Santana struck out swinging, and Thomas will line out to third. In the bottom of the fourth now, PCA struck out swinging. Swanson will hit a base to the left. Nico Horner will get walked. Then Sabrowski will be pitching for the Guardians here, as Bush struck out looking, and Shaw will fly out to center. In the top of the fifth now, Jones will fly out to right. Sheeman will hit a base to center. Naylor will hit a base to center, and he will go to third, meaning Sheeman. And Naylor got caught stealing second from catcher to short. Rocchio will ground out to second in the bottom of the fifth now. Sabrowski will be pitching for the Guardians still, as McGuire will ground out to first. Happ struck out swinging. Tucker will line out to right. In the top of the sixth now, Kwan will ground out to short. Manzardo will hit a base to center. Ramirez struck out swinging, and Manzardo is out at second on a runner's fielding choice. And Cade Horton was pitching to Carlos Santana at the time. In the bottom of the sixth now, Smith pitching for the Guardians. Suzuki struck out swinging. PCA grounds out to second, and Swanson struck out swinging. In the top of the seventh now, Santana struck out swinging. Thomas will pop out to short. Jones will hit a base hit to right, and Sheeman will fly out to center. In the bottom of the seventh now, Gaddis pitching for the Guardians. Nico Horner will fly out to left. Bush struck out swinging, and Shaw will line out to short. In the top of the eighth, Pomeranz pitching for the Cubs now. Martinez hit for Naylor, and he got walked. Fry will pitch it for Rocchio. He struck out swinging. Kwan will hit a base hit to center, which will send Martinez to second. Manzardo struck out looking, and Brazier will go in for the Cubs, and Ramirez will fly out to center. In the bottom of the eighth now, Gaddis still pitching for the Guardians. Sheeman is at short. Martinez at second. Hedges is catching. McGuire will ground out to first. Happ will fly out to left, and Tucker struck out swinging. In the top of the ninth now, Ryan Presley pitching for the Cubs. Santana will hit a base to center. Thomas grounds it into a fielder's choice to short. Santana is out at second. Jones struck out looking. Sheeman will ground out to Presley. In the bottom of the ninth now, Emmanuel Clase pitching for the Guardians. Suzuki flew out to right. PCA grounds out to Clase. Swanson will hit a base hit to right. Horner will fly out to left. Flexen pitching for the Cubs in the top of the 10th. Martinez struck out swinging. Hedges fouls out to first. Kwan will fly out to left. Clase pitching for the Guardians in the bottom of the 10th now. Bush will ground out to short. Nico Horner will advance to third. And then Matt Shaw will hit a sac fly to center, which will score Horner. And through 10 innings, the Cubs win the game. They sweep the series. They win this game by a final score of 1-0 in 10 innings. So the win goes to Flexen, who is 5-0. He got one inning pitched, obviously in the 10th. He got one strikeout. The loss goes to Clase. Gave up a hit, and obviously the walk-off sac fly, who's 4-2 on the year. So my 3 stars for this game, I mean, this is an interesting one, but I ended up going with Chris Flexen for the 3rd star just because he got the win here. I just read the stat. He got one strikeout there. Cade Horton is my 2nd star, who went 7 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 5 strikeouts. He was fantastic in this game. And then Matt Shaw with the walk-off RBI, the sac fly, to win the game. He is my 1st star for this game. So with that, the Cubs take the series by sweeping the Guardians, and that's all I got to say here. So coming out simultaneously with this series recap will be my St. Louis Cardinals series recap at Wrigley Field. So if you haven't watched that yet, I recommend that you watch that one as well. And comment down below your thoughts on this series recap. I will see you for the Cardinal series recap, and that's all I got to say here. So this is Jack from Cubs 360, and as always, go Cubs go.